So good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm Sharik. Thank you for coming back.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Someone connecting with yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're welcome. Thank you for your patience. Last time we just stopped on 40 minutes. So I'm really very sorry. So if the same thing happens today, then we shall have to just abide by that. 40 minutes, then we just, I will just log out and then come back. You will stay in the chat room. I will be the only one to get out and then I will be able to come back. So someone told me about that trick. So thank you for your support. Right now, we shall just go on and continue with what we were doing last time. Maybe let me just get the file so that we can just see a simple recap of what we were doing for those people who were not around. Let's see, sorry, just give me a minute. So we still have some more people coming in. Please, when you get on, just silence your microphone, please. It's our file. Sorry. Okay. So you're welcome. People will just keep on coming. So we already started. So let's just get on. Let me share the file. So let me hope you still remember what we discussed about last time. So we are looking at some of the cores or the strength that we can use in order to strengthen our speaking. And last time we looked about, they were around 6 components. Who remembers about those 6 components? Anyone who remembers them? Okay, some of you were not around. Let me just go to this so that we don't waste a lot of time. So these are some of the aspects we looked at last time. If you would like remember we are targeting our speaking to be at C2 level. So you just have to stretch to your maximum. If your arm can reach up to a B1, if your arm can reach up to a B2, C1, C2, let's just do whatever we can in order to improve our speaking. So last time we looked at these 6 aspects. 1, we looked at vocabulary, and then vocabulary, what did we say? Who remembers about vocabulary? You must be able to use a wide range of vocabulary. Yeah. Then grammar, make sure that you're able to use all the kinds of grammar tenses, be able to go into the simple, continuous, perfect. So make sure that you're able to use enough of your grammar in the past, present, and then in the future. Then pronunciations, make sure that someone can hear what you're saying. It's not just a matter of saying, yeah, what I saying. So make sure that you're speaking what someone can be able to to listen or to understand. Then the global achievement. Who remembers what we talked about the global achievement? Anyone? Who remembers what we talked about the global achievement? No one?
I'm not sure, but it was about to make sure that someone understands what you are able to say.
Pardon? Repeat.
It was about to make sure that the other person understand what are you saying.
The person understands what you're saying. So we looked at that under interaction. Remember, under interaction, under global achievement. So under global achievement, we said, make sure that you're able to tackle each and every kind of topic that comes on your way. Do you remember that? And then the discourse management.
Casas de salud, mientras que la cifra de personas.
Discourse management. Anyone who remembers? Yes.
It was.
Yes. So many, I don't know whether you were all around, but let's just make a simple recap of. So we said, we looked at all the 6 aspects, and the first aspect we looked at vocabulary. Remember, vocabulary had 2. They are almost the same, vocabulary and then the grammar. We also looked at the lexical resources. So let's go through them very, very quickly so that those who are not around can get a chance of knowing what to do. So the first part we looked at grammar and its vocabulary. What is it supposed to be? Be able to maintain a wide range of grammatical forms. And when we are talking of the grammatical forms, we are looking at what? All the tenses. Be able to use your tenses very well. 2. So under grammar, we looked at the lexical resources, grammar and vocabulary. So we also said, be able to use a wide range of appropriate vocabulary. Appropriate, and then don't just bring a hard word in any situation. No, make sure that the words you're using are fit to be in that kind of situation that you need. And then exchange views on unfamiliar and abstract topics. Do you remember what we said about unfamiliar and abstract topics?
Some words that have different meanings depends on the situation or maybe the context.
So under unfamiliar, we said be able to look at the context that you have never, maybe look at the situations you have never been in before. For example, you're a teacher, you're not an engineer, but now you find a topic about, for example, an engine, but you're not a teacher. You're not an engineer. You find a topic like engines in maybe Toyota cars. So are you able to have something to say about it? So that's what we said about the unfamiliar contexts or topics. And then the abstract topics, we say those are short kind of situations with simple or short topics. For example, we said you might be having a topic called blue, and then you're told to write something around 200 words, or let me say, for example, you can write something like 1,000 words, but you're just given blue. You don't know what blue means. What is blue? Blue, blue, blue. We all know blue is a color, but it might be having a different meaning in a different contexts. So let's be able to, those are the abstract topics. Even images, we looked at this. We said even images, you might be having a thinking of something to be done. So you're having 2 thinkings at a go, yeah? And then we said all crows are white. We all know that crows are always black, or maybe, how can I say, that's a navy blue sometimes, but in most cases they are all black. But now, this time, it's brought as white. What does it mean? So be able to visualize or understand that topic. Those are what we call abstract topics. You have to understand them very well. So if you're able to understand and give information about such topics, then you will be there. You will be there at what we are targeting at. Because right now, we are targeting at all of us at least to be able to have our speaking levels to increase up to a C2. I know it's...
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please.
It's appropriate when you don't understand the correct.
When someone is having a TV. Yes, go on. Hello? Who was having a question?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's appropriate when you don't understand the meaning of any word in any context that is unfamiliar for you to say, can you explain the meaning? That's appropriate?
Yeah. So remember what we said behind. You will never learn vocabulary unless you're used to doing it. So make sure that you learn a lot of vocabularies. Now, we looked at this. Some of the topics may be very hard to understand, but now you have to make sure that you think a lot. Don't just give the topic some time. Give the topic some time. You get it? So when you give a topic some time, then you will be able to understand. If you don't understand, then that means that you have to revise on your vocabulary and the use of English, because in most cases they come along. If you don't speak English, you will find problems with vocabulary. So that's why I want us to be able to keep on our practice, so that we can all at least be able to start these abstract topics. In time to come, we shall be able to get some abstract topics, and then we try to get some ideas from different people. If you see something like this, what do you understand? Because I might be having a different way of seeing the word, and then another person might also be having a different way. So we are different, we think differently. So we shall just be able to try on improving day by day. So let's continue. So global achievement. So we say be able to be in a communication with, let me first check the microphone. Yeah, it's okay. So we said global achievement, be able to be in a communication on a wide range of topics, both unfamiliar and abstract ones. So whatever topic that comes on your way, make sure that you're able to tackle that topic with very little hesitation or difficulty. That's what we said about the global achievement. So don't shy away about any kind of topic that comes your way. No. So make sure that at least you try and give your contribution. Don't just shy away. That's the only way we can achieve our way of speaking and our levels. Then we also looked at the discourse management. Be able to provide or use the language without any hesitation. I said they are almost the same, but particularly looking at different things at a go. Because right now we are looking at discourse management. This one is only concentrating on using the language with ease, without you saying, you speak one word, you shy away, bring another word and then shy away, get another word and then shy away. No. So we are looking at this person whereby you're able to stand in a communication and say, you know what, for example, Mr. Gallo, let us speak for something like 1 hour. Then we speak firmly without having any issues. So I think that's the last one that we looked at. No, this was the last one. Interaction. Remember, we said in interaction, Sorry for that, but someone had just come in. Now, the last aspect we looked at when we are communicating, we have to make sure that we are able to interact with others. How are we able to interact? One, you must be able to initiate a conversation. Initiating a conversation, that means that if I put up something like this, be able to have ideas, be able to start the conversation. Don't just wait for someone to start. No, on yourself, be able to start the conversation, and then respond appropriately. So if someone comes in a low volume, then just keep that kind of tone. Yeah. If someone asks you, for example, what's your name? Don't give the direction where you're staying. No. So let it be, respond appropriately. That means that you have to understand the question, or you have to understand the conversation before responding. In most cases, if you don't understand the topic, then that means that you will respond. You will not respond appropriately. So link on contributions to those of other speakers. So in this case, we said people are going to be talking. But now, if people are talking, make sure that you're taking down some notes. So if you take down some notes, those notes will be able to help you so that you can build what you're going to be speaking about. For example, if someone talks about money, and then you want to talk about, for example, which other thing can I bring about? Money, no. Okay, transport, tourism. So if someone talked about tourism, then, and your idea is about transport, make sure that you first link what you're going to say to tourism. For example, you can say, oh my God. Okay, so what you can say, maybe according to what he has said, I somehow agree with him, although I would have a different kind of view. You get it? So, but you're linking what someone has said. Don't just bring about, no, I don't agree, I do what, no. So make sure that you bring your conversation in a gentle way. That's, I will call that in a gentle way. How? Talk about what he has said. Don't argue. No, don't argue. So agree what he has said, because that is his opinion, or that's her opinion. No, it's not an offense to be in different, to be having different opinions, but you have to be in support of his, and at last, you will all come to an end and say, you know what you have said and what I've said, if we combine them, now we can reach to this certain point, or to this kind of view. And that's the last point here is saying, negotiate towards an outcome. Don't just argue. Don't just argue to be in different directions all the time, no. So make sure that you're arguing to a point. So after that, we went on our discussion. We started our discussion with this kind of topic. I don't want to talk a lot today. I want to give people a chance so that they can be able to speak. Someone cannot hear again. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so there are some people who are not hearing. Seridol, and then, so the problem I get is that some people, you log in, but now you don't put your name. Sometimes I fail to read out your comments because they are not having names, and there is no way I can give a comment. I cannot say maybe the type of your phone, for example, Galaxy A10. How will people get to know you? So I'm only seeing Galaxy A10, and then some people are having numbers. How can I say, for example, 1 million and so on? So people are having numbers. So please let us check on that. If you're able to change and put your name, at least I can refer to your name. Now, last time we looked at this topic. This was our first topic before the end. And then the thing just went off. So let's hope this time it is going to be very, how can I say, very, very lenient to us so that it doesn't go off. So last time we looked at this topic and we said, how can we tackle this kind of speaking part? How important is each facility for visitors to a holiday resort? So many people were giving different kinds of opinions, which were right, because your opinion is your opinion. But now, when you're giving your opinion, consider the 6 aspects we looked at: wide range of vocabulary, wide range of grammatical resources, and then be able to maintain your conversation. Be able to maintain your conversation. Don't speak one word, go away. One word, you stop. One word, you keep quiet. So be able to keep your conversation or your talking constant. So we looked at this. Many people were giving different views, but now my best way of discussing such, because you're always given 1 minute, and that is 60 seconds to explain this. You get it? So we are just going to be keeping on practicing, such that we have less time of thinking and then more time of talking. So that's what we want to reduce. Less time of thinking. You think at a very faster rate, and then you speak more. Now, what I said, we have how important is each facility for visitors to a holiday resort. I said you have 1 minute, remember, but in 1 minute, yeah. So remember, we have only 1 minute to speak about this. And how can we be able to speak about this in 1 minute? So let us reduce, because some people we are talking, for example, we are explaining each, almost spending something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 minutes talking about this. But remember, you have to reduce yourself to, okay, a maximum of 2 minutes, but it should be a maximum of 1 minute, because you're given time to prepare. That means that if you start speaking, you're given 1 minute. Be able to convince someone that, or be able to show someone that you can provide some kind of information that someone can be able to understand. So what I told you, you can combine ideas. For example, you can see that some ideas are almost similar. If you have this, you can have this, and this. So that's what we say. Be able to combine some ideas. Let's see, what can I do? Okay, maybe what you can, someone is commenting about changing the name. I don't know. You will be able to set up your Zoom before logging in. You have to give it a name. I think that's what you can do. Again, we have something like 10 minutes. So what I told you, I will log out and then come back. So what we said here, some points can be combined. For example, I told you, how are these places or facilities important? I said if I have a tourist information center and a car rental center, it will be enough. Why? A tourist information center will give me information about all these places. You get it? Places around. And then the car rental agents, I will need it because I will need a car, maybe to take me to the hospital in case of emergency, to the airport in case I want to go to board my plane, or in case I would like to go to the nearby sports center, water sports center. So make sure that you can link some. You get it? So the car agency can target 3. The car rental agents can target hospital, airport. So you're getting 3 views in one say. That means that you can spend something like 20 seconds speaking about these 3 in one sentence. And then you can talk about this in 1 or maybe in 20 seconds. And then you can talk about our water sports center again in 1 minute, making it a total of, no, in 20 seconds. So you have 20 seconds tourist information center, 20 seconds combining airport, a local hospital, and the car rental agency, and then the water sports center at its own maybe. So you have 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, making it 1 minute. So let us reduce that time, because if you explain one by one, you're going to end up taking more time. You get it? So we looked at this last time. So let us go to our next activity. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for the start, but it should be 1 minute, 1 minute. So let us have 2 minutes, analyze the topic. After analyzing the topic, generate your views. Then after generating your views, we are going to be able to start talking in the next session. So I'm going to log out and then come back. Let me first take you to the second one. So how have these fields benefited from advances in technology? We all know what technology is. So how have these fields benefited? In other words, how have these fields, what are some of the, so everyone should, I think, copy this or get something like a note, so that when I log out, because when I log out, you will not be able to see this. And we are not going to join, I don't know whether you will be able to also get out, but first I'm going to log out and then come back. So if your screen is off, you just go back to the same link and join again the same class. We shall use the same link. Wow, 6 minutes. So let's prepare our notes down, and then we'll make sure that please, can you speak more nearer to the microphone? Okay, some people are not hearing. I don't know why. Let me just bring this nearer. Yes, so let's use the 2 minutes to generate our views depending on what you're thinking. Some people cannot hear me. I don't know why. Now let me hope. I want to be able to block all. Yeah, so if anything happens, we just go back to the same link, we join and then get back for the next session. So I'm logging out and then I'll be back. Yeah, so you'll be there, no problem. So as we said, if the screen logs you out, you just go back to the same link, but I don't think so, because You will be there. Let me see the comments. Okay, please check your PC. There are some technical problems. Are you hearing me? I don't know why some people are having some issues.
Yes, clear.
That's right. That's right. We can hear.
Some people are saying my PC is having a problem.
Okay, it's okay. I can hear. Yes?
I'm here, mister. Don't worry.
It's clear. It's very clear.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah, come
Yes.
on. Go
Okay,
ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yes,
Okay.
mister. Go ahead, please.
Let's. Someone's microphone is still disturbing. I don't know whose microphone. Okay. Now, let's give the floor to who is ready to speak. Who is ready?
Yeah, come on.
So, if you're ready, you just put the comment. We couldn't hear you, but now you're clear. Okay. I was off. Okay. So, if you're done with organizing your way of talking, remember, this time I'm timing. I don't want us to waste a lot of time because some people will end up not giving their views. So let's start. Who is ready?
I'm going to try, teacher.
Okay. Yes, please go on.
Okay. Talking about how have these fields benefit from advances in technology, I think about transportation. For example, some years ago, the transport, for example, there was only vehicles that transport one people and no more. And nowadays it has changed because now you can travel in a metro. And you can travel together with maybe hundreds of people or maybe tens of people. And also about because nowadays we have hybrid vehicles, and that is also a change in technology. Talking about the media, for example, taking classes online is a great change in media, because this activity was not new many years ago. About medicine, we have nowadays many. I'm back, teacher.
Hi.
Yes, I'm Miriam. I was talking about the session.
Okay. Sorry. Just went off.
No problem.
40 minutes, 40 minutes. So that's what we shall be doing to keep the classes.
Ella tiene. Baja el volumen un poquito, dice. Kyle, baja un poco el volumen.
Because Maggie was afraid. He thought I was playing. Sorry, but we haven't subscribed. Okay, so what we are going to do, let's use how many? I'm going to give you 2 minutes in groups of two people. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You're going to be in groups of two people. So you're going to discuss for your partner 1 minute and then you 1 minute. So I'm creating right now groups for you. So you're going to be having you and your partner, only two per group. So Each of you must be speaking and you must use only 1 minute. You get it? Okay, so once you see yourself in groups of 2, go straight away, go onto the topic, discuss. After the 2 minutes, I'm going to bring you back. Okay, one more. Someone is coming, so someone is having a partner. Sorry. Whose baby is crying at this time? Okay, so let's now go there. Let me see who is not having the group. Yes. 16. No. Okay.
Hi, teacher.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. One by one will be getting off. Yes, please.
So this is the group we have to discuss.
Yes, so you're supposed to discuss the same number that was there
Yes.
in your partner. Yeah, so here you have Rachel and Gabriela. So let me hope you took down some notes.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we stop?
So go on and discuss this for 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to start. That's okay for you, Gabriel? Okay. Well, the technology is a powerful tool nowadays because we use for almost all the time. For me, the most benefited field is the media.
Hello, it's like some people did not get some groups. You didn't get groups? Hello? Mr. Tani, Mrs. Mr. Solano, and then I saw someone with admin. Okay. So right now we are trying so that everyone can be able to practice in his or her group. But I'm seeing some 5 people here. Are you there? 1 more minute for everyone.
Hola, mija. Buenas noches.
Okay. I think people should be back. Yeah.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Mi hijita está haciendo desahogando más. Está sobornando, mija.
Yes, hello everyone. So we are back. How was the experience? Good?
We're back. We're back. We're here.
Yeah. Did everyone get a chance and speak? Did you speak?
Probably, yes.
Okay. They are coming back.
Hija, pero tiene que ver usted igual a que mejor mi hija. La miradita es que vamos a por usted.
Especially young people like sports. And,
Okay, we are back. Okay, so anyone ready now to speak with us?
Okay.
Anyone ready?
Stable again.
Anyone ready? Yes,
Maybe.
Mrs. Raquel Lopez.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, yes, please go on.
Okay. Technology nowadays is one of the most powerful tools that we have. It can help to the media because we can have better experience in order to get in touch with others. Also, in the music industry, anyone can have a better experience to being a professional singer with some special software. It means that you can have better results in a short time. Also, in the medicine, we have special software in order to practice physical surgery is required to practice in human beings in order to evaluate what are your strengths or weaknesses. And also in the transportation, we can just have a special app in order to get a personal transport in any place in a very short time. And finally, in the sport, it can help people to train as a personal trainer that we can have there according to our special necessities. That's why I think technology is a good tool nowadays. It depends on the use that you are going to do. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. Although you were not too clear, I don't know what happened to your microphone. Okay, so let's have another person. Ready? Who else is ready?
Teacher, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Something happened with my phone.
Okay, who is ready? Who else is ready? Yes? Mrs. Maggie, go on, please. Who is ready?
Okay. Hello.
Yes, please go on.
Okay. Good night, teacher. It's my first time that can interact with the media in
Okay,
this area. Please.
that's good.
I have a question.
Yes.
I try to speak with all of the items
Items?
or just one.
You have to speak about all of them. in 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, I tried it.
Yes, go on.
And how have this file benefit from advancing technology? About transportation is interesting because nowadays we have electrical trains and more fast than the other ones, and interact the people without the driver, maybe, I suppose. About the sports, nowadays in isolation is interact with the technology in sports, especially I listen the F1 without the media. And music, I can well, okay, music, I nowadays we have a Spotify. Maybe 10 years ago I have CDs, USB, UBS. Nowadays we have a Spotify. It's different kind of listen to music. I mean, medicines is advanced technology in the better way than other years. I suppose that the COVID-19 is is proof the technology and medicine today. And finally, media. We are in the class through the media. It's amazing. It's amazing technology that we can use. I have more time or no?
No, you're in class, but
okay.
Okay, so thank you so much. Let's have another
Thank
person.
You too.
Let's have another person. Who is ready?
Okay, me?
Yes.
Can I?
Victoria, please go on.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, teacher.
Good evening.
The same as Maggie said, this is the first time I'm going to interact with you through this.
You're welcome.
This tool. Thank you. About transportation, I would say that today we can move from everywhere from one place to another faster in a better way and even more comfortable way. There are even faster equipments. You listen to me? Yep.
Okay.
About sports, that people who are involved in this in sports can learn better techniques. They have better way to investigate and to practice and even to communicate. As we can see, most of the great teams around the world, some of them are practicing through the internet. No? The media, we are informed about everything that happens all around the world. We have instant communication. We can enjoy instant communication, different from the past that people have other ways. People have to spend more time to send and receive a message or later. And about the music industry, as Maggie said, there are now better tools, there are more modern equipment to enjoy music. And about medicine, is an area that has got a lot of benefits. As we know, scientists have tried even to make or to create another human through the cloning and that kind of things. Is that enough? I have to speak more?
If you have more views, no problem, because
no, I don't have more.
Okay, so right now let's look and let's see another person, because I want everyone to be able to at least speak in this session. So who is there? Anyone ready to go on?
Me, please. Good night, teacher.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. I would like to say about transportation. We see through the story how man discovered first of all this a cycle that it called the tire. It was from the beginning for the transportation of the human being. Then it converted into a bicycle, tricycle, something like that. Then it was shortened the distances between the people and the places that they need to get with the cars, because in the past they used more horses, for example. We have sports with the technology. They have the clock, for example, to see the time, how they could record the time about the training. With the media, we have for example, in the TV, in the radio, in the TV, the commercial. With the medicine, of course, is the best for my criterion, because doctors can develop, can create parts of the body and can save many lives and can improve many diseases and help for the people to live better. And then we have the music technology. Musicians are being have developed about the technology, have development. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Because I was about to tell you about your time. Okay, so thank you. Let's have another person. People, we are here to talk. Everyone, please, you have to practice your English. Who is there? Anyone there? Okay, so talking about this, analyzing this. Who is there with a microphone on? First. Okay. Okay, now let us look at how to analyze again this. Let us look at some of the fields that are almost common. For example, which kind of field is almost common? You can look at the music industry, and then you can also look at the sports industry. After that, I will have media, and at the same time talk about medicine. Then you have to look at the vocabulary. Then transportation, I will look at transportation at its own, because under transportation, I will talk about the introduction of the hybrid cars. Some people talked about them, but they were forgetting about what we call vocabulary. Remember, you have to use a wide range of vocabulary. So in transportation, you have to talk about the hybrid cars, introduction of the hybrid cars, or sometimes or the electric cars. Those are the electric cars. But if you say electric cars and then hybrid cars, then that's a different kind. Hybrid is more advanced than saying electric. Then if I come to medicine and media, remember in medicine, they have what we call telemedicine. So we are looking out now for vocabularies. So they are using telemedicine through the media. Yeah, because someone can call, for example, from China. A doctor can be in China, and then another doctor can be in Ecuador. So there is what we call video conferencing. It can be a kind of video conferencing, but in this case, it's called telemedicine, whereby a doctor in one place can receive prescriptions from another doctor in another place. You get it? So I would use medicine and media at the same time, according to my opinions. And then music industry. At the same time, sports. So how has sports and the music industry? We all know we have YouTube. A lot of people have gained from YouTube. A lot of people are getting a lot of money. You can get your video, upload it. The more views you get, the more money you get. So based on my opinion, I added this and this in terms of uploading their videos to YouTube, so the more people view them. That is technology. Before, we didn't have that kind of technology where people can record their audios or videos and upload them on YouTube. So remember, on YouTube, the more views you get, the more money you're making. So you have to make sure that you get some views and press them. You get it? So you can get, for example, as I did, transport. I left it on its own because it was not connected to any other. So I got medicine and media. I combined them. One is helping another. And then I got sports and the music industry. I joined them. So find a way of joining some of these so that you can reduce on the time you're spending on each of them. Because if you explain one by one, that means that you will take a lot of time. So the best way to do it is to get maybe 2 or 3, join them, explain them at once. Then the rest, you can find a way of tackling them, but make sure that at least you make sure that who is there? Okay, so we said make sure that you at least combine some 2 or 3, yeah, in order to reduce the time you're going to spend talking. Okay, so let's go to our next. Let's go to our next part and see. So again, you have 7 minutes. Let us analyze this. Why might students want to learn to do these skills? Speaking a foreign language, play a musical instrument, cook a meal, play a sport, draw well. So let us take notes. Remember, we have 7 minutes. It's going to go off again. So we shall use the same links we get back for our last session. No. Yeah. So we shall do the same thing, get out, come back for the last session, because we have 7 minutes and this is our last part of it. Okay, so why do we need these skills, or why do students need to have these skills? Speaking a foreign language, play music, cook a meal, play a sport, draw well. Make sure that you combine some 2 or 3 that are common. If you see some 2 or 3 elements are having something in common, make sure that you join the 2 points or the 3 points. So let's start. You can take some notes so that we can keep on practicing this at home. So take notes for something like 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Take notes and generate your views. No, I think this is going to be our last because it's coming to 8:30 and it should not go beyond 8:30. So who is ready to speak? We can take maybe a picture so that maybe at home you can spend more time and generate your views.
I would like to try, teacher.
Yes, please go on.
Okay. I personally consider that playing a musical instrument and playing a sport would be can be useful for students to learn when they want to become independent.
Okay.
For example, they want to travel to school alone, and also they want to live alone in an apartment. Could be also. I think I confuse well playing a musical instrument and playing a sport in order to get fun. Sorry, and draw well and cooking a meal in order to get independency. Okay, and the last one, speaking another foreign language, maybe if they want to travel abroad in order to get a profession or in order to specialize in their studies, and maybe they need to learn to speak another language in order to be more prepared and also to have success in their studies, especially if they want to travel to a place where the people speak a different language.
Okay, good. Let's have another person.
Thank you.
Another 1 minute. Another person. Who is there? Who is ready? Any other person? I told you, look at these skills.
Me, please.
Yes, please.
Students want to learn cook a meal and draw well to be confident.
Okay.
And play sport and playing instrument. They want to work by the two hemispheres of the brain, and to do at the same time many things. When they play an instrument and play a sport, they can develop this type of skill. Then to speak another foreign language is to have a better self-esteem, and they can learn to communicate with any people in the world.
Any more? Okay, thank you so much. You're timing yourself 1 minute. Let's have another person. In the next, we have 3 minutes, so 1 more minute for one person. Who is there?
Hi.
Yes, please go on.
Good night, teacher.
Hi.
My name is Priscilla.
Okay, go on, Priscilla.
Yeah, I think people, the students want to learn speak another foreign language because he likes travel abroad. Play a sport, it depends on the personality of the student. For example, is active person, for example. The other one, draw well and cook a meal is for the student like be more creative or such a passive person. Play a musical instrument for students who enjoy listen music, create music also. Thanks. This is my first time.
Okay, Thank you so much. So we have less than 2 minutes. So, and we can't go and then get back. It's coming to 8:30. So it's 8:19. So I think, thank you very much for today's class. We have limited time for doing this. That's why we shall have to find another way, because we are not benefiting, because some people are talking and then we don't make corrections. So I will make some more changes with this, because we need to speak at the same time. We also need to find out our corrections. Someone had something in wrong, so we have to make correction. So I think I will let you know what the next step is, because we have to benefit from our talking. So let me say goodbye to everyone. We shall meet in the next part, maybe Wednesday. So I will keep you posted. So thank you for joining in today's class, and we shall try to minimize time for the next class. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharik. Thank you very much for this time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Okay, we shall have to find another way of doing this, because we need more time.
Only have a question. Just question.
Okay.
Just one question. Please tell me when you are going to have another class.
Wednesday.
Ladies,